Alright, so today I'm going to be making wood-fired calzones. So I have a pizza crust sitting here that I have made that I'm letting rest right now. First we're going to start with a marinara sauce. Now most calzones, calzones, strombolis, you can fill them with whatever your little heart desires. We're going to do more of a, I wouldn't say authentic calzone, but more of a traditional calzone. Really, we're just kind of focused on the ingredients and what goes in it, rather than necessarily the technique. So the idea will be there. It won't be perfect, but it will be pretty darn stinking close. So I have here 1 can of San Marzano tomatoes. And I like to rinse the can out a little bit, so I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of water. Get the rest of that flavor out of there. Alright, then we're going to add a tablespoon of our garlic, about a teaspoon of black pepper, about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, half a teaspoon of oregano, about a teaspoon of salt, and then about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, give that a good mix and kind of break the tomatoes up while I mix it. And then we're just gonna let this kind of get hot for a minute, and then we're gonna kind of let it reduce on low until our calzones are ready. About 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how hungry you are. But we're just gonna let him go, and he'll break down as we go. But next, let's talk about the toppings. So, the common theme for most, I guess, authentic recipes that I found involved mozzarella cheese, ricotta cheese, pecorino romano or Parmesan cheese, and then salami, and even in most cases, prosciutto. Now, I'm going to do a different variation. I'm going to make one with some goat cheese and balsamic. And then a little bit of olive oil. That's just going to be kind of a fancy one that I'm going to make. Alright, so for our ricotta mixture, you need 1 egg. We'll go ahead and whisk him up. Okay, then I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of pecorino romano. And I'm going to split this amongst the 2 calzones that I make, or 3 or 4 calzones that I make. Okay, then I'm going to add about a 1/2 cup of ricotta cheese. Mix that together. Okay, then I'm going to spice mine up with a little bit of oregano, a little bit of salt, some black pepper, and then we're feeling a little spicy with just a couple dashes of crushed red pepper. Okay, and that's that. Set him off to the side. Alright, so our dough should be ready to go. Soft, pliable. So I'm going to cut this into 4, and I'm just going to use 2 for now. Set this guy off to the side. And I will refrigerate those. These in the balls. Okay. Stretch our dough out. And I want these to be more, I guess, oval than anything else. I mean, these aren't going to be horribly big. These are going to be more like personal size. If I wanted to make one little big one, then I'd just cut it in half. But then the key is to just not fill it up a lot. So this, we're going to put a couple pieces of prosciutto in here. And about 3 or 4 pieces of salami, and I'm leaving some space along the edge so that I can fold it over and seal it. Okay, and then next, about 2 pieces of our fresh mozzarella. I'm just going to chunk it like so, and then we're going to add a little bit of our ricotta mixture. Okay, fold it over, press the dough into the edges, and then we're going to kind of spin it over into itself and push down. This will give the dough a nice seal, keep everything from leaking everywhere, and it'll look nice. Okay? And that's that one. And I'm going to crack just a little bit of salt on top, and then it's ready for the oven. So I'm going to go fire up my pizza oven, and we're going to get this party started. So I made a few because I had leftover dough and leftovers. But here we are. And this is the one that I made. The Italian style one. This guy right here. Ain't pretty. I love the color on the crust. I really do. And then we got our marinara sauce. And I'm gonna get a much smaller container. It's 1000% for aesthetics. And I left it pretty chunky. You don't have to leave it as chunky as I did. Take an immersion blender to it and pulse it, and it will work just fine. But let's set these guys off to the side. And with the salt, it's almost like a saltine cracker. That's nice. All right, right down Broadway. Oh, I can see it. Oh, yeah. And there is the inside of that. Let's give it a try. Cheers. So this is a very, very creamy. Let's try it with some of our sauce. Yep. I'm very glad I didn't put a lot in there, because otherwise this would have been super hella messy. Man, but this is absolutely fantastic. Man, oh man. And it's got a nice amount of salt. It's not aggressive. It's just enough. And this marinara is delicious. This is amazing. And like the color on the crust is what I'm looking for, mainly. This is just super solid. I love it. Like I said, with adding the salt to it, it almost has like a cracker-like consistency to it. And you can hear it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well guys, there you have it, an Italian style calzone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, and you're new, make sure you hit that sub button for me. Share this with your friends, family, and as always, peace out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.